As a girl he wants to speak to and impress, but often just cannot seem to find the right words. I bet you know that situation when you want to do something to impress her, but you have no idea what. What should you do? It's easy. Here are 10 simple tips that you need to follow to make her interested in you. Tips 10. Focus your attention. One of the best ways that you can impress a girl is to make sure that you provide her with your undivided attention. This might be a little difficult to do at the beginning, especially if you are just meeting her officially for the first time or are in a crowded place. However, this is one of the best methods how you can separate yourself from the rest of the pack. Just stay away from all mobile devices while you are talking to her and try not to take any calls, review any text messages, check your emails, pay attention. You may even be able to earn some points on her scoreboard simply by allowing your mobile device to ring or even turning it off in her presence, letting her know that she is the most important thing to you at that exact moment. Tips 9. Maintain direct eye contact. Since she is fully aware that she has your undivided attention, the next step is to make sure that she can see that as well. Maintain direct eye contact at all times. Studies have confirmed over the years that observing the ground shows a lack of confidence, which is a major turn off. Looking around and upwards can reflect a lack of attention or care in what or who you should be focusing on at that moment. By the way, if you want to be prepared for the first night with your new girl, then read these unusual yet very simple sex tips I discovered on the internet. Show your feelings. Throw away the old sayings that you should never be willing to express your feelings. A woman wants to know that you have emotions and that you are not afraid to show them to her. Just be sure not to overdo it. Each woman wants a guy who has a backbone. Therefore, you want a leaky faucet of feelings expressed, not a flooded basement. Tips 7. Always be well groomed & dressed. Your dress and grooming will speak volumes to her even before you can say a single word. It does not matter what you look like. There are plenty of people that do not naturally look like 10s on the Richter scale of hotness. However, you would be surprised at just how far your clothing and grooming will get you in this regard. Therefore, you need to always stay shaved, dress sharp, smell fresh. Keep in mind, moderation is essential in this regard, and you should not overdo it. Tip 6. Be a gentleman. Show her that chivalry is not dead with these simple techniques. Open doors for her even though it may require you to let go of your comfort zone. Pull out chairs for her whenever the opportunity presents itself. Offer her your coat or jacket when you know that it's cold outside. Keep in mind, just let her know that you are there to cater to her needs and to keep her safe. Tips 5. Be social with her close friends. Her close buddies are very important to her, so make sure that they are important to you as well. Get to know them by starting basic conversations and remembering their names. This will go a long way because once you get her friends on your side, she will become more committed to you as a result. This is one of those vital tips you can implement today if you want to impress a girl. Tips 4. Ask questions to know her better. When having a conversation with her, do not get too caught up in talking about yourself. Even if she decides to ask you a question about your life, do not use this as an opportunity to recite the pages from your autobiography. That is the last thing that you want to do. Instead, Find creative ways to flip the conversation back in her direction, allowing her to talk about herself so that you can get a solid chance to get to know her better. Tips 3. Compliment her in moderation. You should always compliment her in moderation. Do not just use blanket statements that are not tailored specifically to her. Commenting on her smile, hair, eyes, clothes, and others are only effective if you have taken the time to explore these. For instance, do not praise her anything without being able to explain why you like it in detail. Think about how many times she has already heard, "Your dress is so beautiful." Stand out from all of the others by following yours up with a detailed yet brief explanation about why you think so. Remember, always be sure that you can back up your statements with reasoning. You can point out anything from the color, style, texture, designer name, etc. Tips to show her substance, not money. The last thing that you want to do is to impress a girl with a bunch of money and materialistic things. Buying her drinks, meals, clothing, jewelry, and other stuff may seem impressive, but that is the right bait for the wrong women. These are all things that should come in due time after you have been able to sweep her off of her feet and start to build the relationship, not before. Keep in mind, you can do so much more by showing her that you have substance and are looking for someone else that has it too. Tip 1. Show that you are confident. Confidence is the golden ticket that will allow you to get through the double doors of her heart. Even though you might not have any idea whether or not she will offer you an invitation, you have to be confident in the chance that you just might do that. Allow yourself confidence to show clearly through the way that you act when you are around her and how boldly you speak to her, following all of the other steps mentioned above. Pay attention. You need to balance on the line between having high self-esteem and being too cocky. Just make sure that you do not cross the thin line that separates confidence from cockiness.